It seems like it was just a couple months ago I was in this room with so many of you actually at the Animal Protection Party Christmas party, so it's nice to see you all here again. It's a wonderful turnout today. Thank you, Liberation BC, for organizing this. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Jordan Reichert. I am the West Coast Campaign Officer for the Animal Protection Party of Canada. So it's a little unusual, certainly, for an animal protection party to be associated with activism, or for animal parties to even exist, because although there are many animal parties all over the world, they don't necessarily get a lot of attention. And in Canada, we have been around for 12 years doing advocacy, holding the government accountable for its policy in relation to animals, the environment, and social justice issues. So what we do is we take sort of all the work that is being done by activists on the front lines, that's being done by advocates, and because so much of that work at the end of the day is really about changing the minds of people, but also getting the people's new understanding of animals that we work so hard for to influence the government. So we take that and we go straight to government, we go straight to the source, and we say what you're doing is not good enough. Okay, you're not listening. Okay, the things that you're doing are not evidence-based. The things that you're doing are still leading to over 1 billion animals being killed in Canada each year, leading to the suffering of hundreds of millions of animals each year in Canada. There's not protections for animals in Canada. Animals are still property. Why is this being done? At the end of the day, all the work we're doing has to be changed at the level of government. And that's why in 2015, I ran in the federal election. In 2017, I ran in the provincial election, both in Victoria. And this year, I'm going to be running for municipal city council in the city of Victoria. Because at every level of government, we have an opportunity to affect policy, and public policy is where these changes really, end. And so what we need is we need advocates, we need activists at the level of government, so that when any of your organizations that you're a part of want to see change, that they can actually speak to people who understand what you're asking for, that don't just see you as an oppositional force to whatever economic resources that they deem animals as, whether that be the dairy industry, or whether that be the meat industry, or the fur industry, or whether that be scientific research, or etc. Is that we can talk to the government and within the government as advisors and as policymakers. And so it's a tremendous opportunity that we have. Now, I'm going to tell everybody here that in a first-past-the-post electoral system, it's extremely difficult to be elected into government as some people would call us a special interest party, but I say we are the only multi-issue party in Canada, because we're the only party in Canada that's including animals in the discussion. And if we leave animals out of that discussion, then we're leaving out more than half of the population of Canada. And that's just not good enough for me, and it's not good enough, shouldn't be good enough for anybody in this country. But we have to educate people, and when we bring candidates to the debates, when we put candidates in the elections, we open up a whole new line of discourse that people have never even heard about. Every time I went to a debate, people had never even heard about animal agriculture being a leading cause of climate change in the world. I mean, they're just not exposed to it. But here is a venue where people can look at animal activists, not as just, grassroots, whatever, that they kind of look down on, because we are looked down on as society, even though we do a tremendous and essential service to society by raising awareness of these issues. But they look at us as politicians. They look at us as people who are there with legitimate right to speak for other people and for other animals. And that's why we have to continue to run candidates. This election, we're going to run more candidates than we ever have before in 2019. And you can be damn sure that I'm going to hold Justin Trudeau accountable for his killing of Bill C-246 in 2016, right? And for some of you, you maybe saw the town hall meeting where I called him out on that, and his answer was absolutely deplorable and showed exactly where the Liberal government and where pretty much any of the mainstream parties in Canada stand on animal protection. And so with that, I'm going to say that the revolution is coming. All of you are a part of it, and I look forward to getting there with you together. Thank you.